Again, everyone. You may remember some time ago I was probably having a little bit of a sad moment to think I couldn't get stamps or dies or anything from the Frantic stamper in the States because they don't ship to the UK. I'd managed to get a little fox die from a UK seller, but they didn't have any more. And I saw a moose on the Frantic stamper website. Couldn't get it because they won't ship to the UK, but a very kind lady bought one and sent it to me. And there are so many kind crafters. I have been sent all sorts of lovely things from people who want to send me things, which is it's absolutely wonderful. And this is the latest thing that arrived, quite surprisingly. These came from California, from Karen. And again, Frantic stamper sets. But one thing that she did tell me, and I didn't realise it was true, that you can get Frantic stamper dies and things from other distributors in the US who will ship to the UK. Anyway, what I thought I would do to say thank you to her is to make a little card, and I thought I'd use this one. So I did start. This little bit was attached in the middle, but because I thought I'd like to put some extras over the top to make it sort of fuller, I cut that out with my little die nips, and so I could cut these just by themselves. So what I thought I would do, I haven't finished actually getting rid of all the bits. I was just doing that and I thought, crikey, I should have been filming this really. So I use this little gizmo quite often to get the majority of pieces out, but the ones that miss the scrutiny, I've just used a poker tool like this. So what I thought I would do today, there were a couple of things in my mind. I thought either I can dab them in inks and then add a little gilding wax, or I could prepare a piece of card first with some gilding flakes and then some luscious powder maybe, and then do the die cutting. But as you can see, I've done the die cutting already, so I'm going to do the ink and gilding wax. I'll just pick these bits up. There we go. That's a very useful gizmo too. So here I've got a little bit of, which is the one that doesn't shine in the light. I think it's this one. Doesn't shine so much in the light. Okay, so if I were to put some, I've got a card base there. I thought I'd do a square, and what I'm going to do is just have the wreath in the middle like this, and then perhaps a sentiment going across. And I've got a few here. I've got joy. I've got a tiny Noel. I can't remember what this came with. I think it came with a set of magazine ones, you know. And this Noel, I thought that's kind of nice as well. These two will need positioning with either not sticky notes, what do you call them, post-it notes, or some press and seal, because when you cut them out, they're separate letters, and if you want to get them in a proper line, you've got to do that with them. So I may well use that one, but we'll see. Let's just pop these out of the way for a minute, and we're going to put some colour on. So I'm going to start with a fairly light colour, I think, and I think I'll do peeled paint. Or should I have something even lighter than that? Shabby Shutters is lighter than this, isn't it? Let's have Shabby Shutters. I'm fond of that. Okay, yeah, that's a nice one. So we'll have a little water. I probably ought to put a glove on. I think I will. People say they've been enjoying having a look at my my craft room. I thought it's all mismatched. Bits and pieces, mainly my daughter's old bedroom furniture, bits from here, bits from there, a folding table, some IKEA drawers, the usual sort of odds and ends. So I'm gradually working my way round the room so that so that you can see what it consists of. That will do for that one. I need probably a little bit more for these little tiddlers. Put a bit more on there, and we'll just drop of water. There we go. There's one. I cut 5 of these. I like kind of odd numbers, so we'll see how we go. Just want bits and pieces on, that's all. I think the technical term for this is smooshing, or words to that effect, so we will see. Let's just wipe that side off. I'll need that for a bit of darker in a moment. Okay, let's have a go at this one now. This is the Shabby shutters. Just want it in odd places. The last one I may well just put straight from the pad. Not sure. Isn't this pretty though? Don't you think? So pretty. So grateful to all these lovely people who, you know, send me stuff. It is so kind. There we go. Now for the third colour, the one I like a lot is Rustic Wilderness. And eventually, when I've finished going around the room, you'll be able to see, you know, where these things are stored, and you'll know what's happening. Let's just put a tiny drop of water on this. Just trying to look for the places where there's a bit missing. I don't mind if there's a bit of white, really. It doesn't matter. You do get variegated ivy, don't you? A bit of this. After this, the thing to do would be to add a little gilding wax. Very fond of gilding wax, and I haven't had it out for a little while, almost unbelievably. Now some ivy is really quite dark, so I think I'll have just a little dab with straight onto the pad. Just odd bits. That's quite pretty, isn't it? Okay. Now, there are several ways of adding a little vitality to this. So, glitter gloss, which is kind of Wink of Stella kind of stuff. I've got spray and sparkle as well from Crafter's Companion. That gives a nice little bit of twinkle. That's a thought. I haven't used that for a while. Just kind of came to my mind at that moment. Let's just put this out of harm's way. What was that that fell on the floor? Oh, some of the dies came out. Okay, right. Now I think I'm going to do my little bit of gilding wax. I haven't got round to the place where those are stored, but it's still within arm's reach. I do have quite long arms, however. There we go. A little eye makeup applicator I find really handy for adding bits of gilding wax. Look at it. So pretty. Look at this. And any little tiny bits of white, if I want, I can just go over it with a bit of gold. The edges are nice. I like edges. A bit of gold. There we go. This is you can be a bit more precise with one of these things than you can with a finger. Your finger, it's just, you know. There we go. Now some of these. Just the odd place here and there. I may put some little berries or something on, because You can either have little white pearls, or you could have a marker and colour your pearls red or gold or whatever colour you fancy, really. So there's that. Okay, now if that's going to go onto my card panel, these can be just added, just tucked in, just to give a bit more, just in one place, so that bits are loose like this. So let's see. I think I will try a bit of spray and sparkle just for the, now I've got it out. This is my spray box. Just pop these in. Very tiny. Make sure whenever you're using aerosols that you are doing it in a well ventilated area. Oops-a-daisy. Right. Don't know if I gave that enough of a shake, but we'll see. See how it goes. Let's have a look. Yes, it's got a gentle sparkle. Okay. While that's drying, I think I'll just do my sentiment. I would like the sentiment to go kind of across this. So what I think I'll do for the sentiment for this one, I fancy doing this Noel. I'll have one in gold and a couple underneath, just stacked in just regular card. See how we go on. So here's my gold one. To be careful not to lose the omelette. Okay. Oh, there it is. There we go. Let's get this chap out. I don't know what's better to get these off, because a lot of them seem to stick into the magic mat. Okay, there's my Noel. So now we'll do a couple in white. What did I do with the piece of white card that I had in my hand just a moment ago? Oh, goodness me. I don't know. Let's try again. This is the right side. Okay. Okay, there's one. There's the omelette, and we'll have another one. I could use craft double-sided sheet, foam sheet, but this die is kind of it's fiddly. It's got, you know, all the twiddles around these in this script. It's a bit fiddly, and I think it might be a bit difficult. The foam sheet is a bit, it's a little bit stretchy. I didn't do that very well, did I? Didn't have it in quite straight, and so, oh dear. Have I got room for another one on there? Yes, I do. Let's just cut another one. Cut my losses. I didn't do it properly. Right, let's try this one. Okay. It wasn't quite cut properly. But this one is. So trying to get it out. Oh no. Good-o. Right. Get it off there. I've got 3 Noels cut out, so I'm going to stack them. Someone gave me a tip about using one of these things with a fine nozzle like this, in that every time I use it, I was sort of fiddling around, putting the pin back in to keep it free flowing. But they said if you have a shot glass and you moisten some, I have a shot glass bought for my husband from Kefalonia by my grandson. You put in some paper towel, which is dampened, into the bottom. And then you just kind of do that. And it stops it from drying out, and you don't have to bother putting the pin in every time. So we'll see how we go on. Sounds like a good wheeze to me. The way I fiddle around trying to get the pin in the hole in one go, it's a bit embarrassing sometimes. Okay, let's just give this a little dab down, just to... Okay, I think we're fairly straight. I've looked through my glasses. Oh no, I could do with straightening up just a little more. It's got kind of furry edges. I wonder if that's the magic mat or what. We'll see. Now I want to put that one on as well. So here we go. Just a tiny, tiny, tiny sliver. This, you can get a really fine trail with this applicator. I think there's probably lots of makes, but this is a Stix2 one and I like it. I didn't think that the instructions were very helpful with the thing. It doesn't tell you, as I mentioned before, this bit was solid at the top, the plastic bit. Didn't tell you what you had to do to get it working, whether you had to cut a piece off or whatever. But I actually just pierced it with a pin. And they say you should keep a pin in there, but they don't give you one with the pack. If you buy empty ones, apparently you get spare pins, spare caps, but it just seems a bit odd to me. You'd think it would have to be. Nevertheless, the stuff itself is lovely, so perhaps they'll get that sorted out. So there's my Noel. I'll do the umlauts in a minute. Okay, let's just find a card, my card panel. Here it is. I have the card base here, just slightly smaller as usual. So this is going to go onto here. Gosh, that is pretty. That spray and sparkle is lovely. I don't know if you can see that, but let me just, let's just stick this on, and I'm just going to put it on. This is coming. My cunning plan for keeping this out of the way has just moved. So let's see if we can get it back in again. There we go. All right, I'm just going to put dots a little bit around and leave lots of it not stuck to the page so that it's got a little bit of, I think that's lovely, a little bit of lift to it. Oh, beg its pardon, in my shot glass. There we go. Tweezers. Let's pop this on. About like that. See, I'd like these little things just sticking up like that. Looks kind of nice. Okay, let's have one of these. I don't know if I should be using glue dots for this, but they seems to be okay at the minute, so we'll see how we go. Bearing in mind I want to have that kind of there, So these other two will probably be there and here. So that works out quite nicely, doesn't it? There we are. It looks more full now, doesn't it? Okay, we'll stick this on. I'm not putting it on there because I don't want to get any, maybe if there's a trace of glue, I don't want it on the gold side, so I'll just put it over here. That should be enough. I think I've got some where it's needed. Right, pop this on. In there. And we will do the umlaut present. I'll sort that out in a moment. But I thought I'd just like to get a few pearls onto this. Again, within arm's reach. Let's just see what we've got. Here's a minuscule one. These are this is the size I'm thinking of, and I think I'll leave them as white for the moment and just dab them around here and there, just to add a little bit of interest. There's the two together there. Whoops. There we are. There. So, simple card. I think I may well put this onto foam tape, and what I'll have to do is my umlaut. That's going to go just, which is the gold one? Here it is. It's going to go just there, but I will stick that on properly. So, as ever, thank you so much. Thank you for all those people who've sent me wonderful things. I am most touched by all of it. So, another pretty little card. And what a wonderful die that is, die set. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.